Hello. Hello, 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 hello. So, ooh. Let's go. Okay. So we're back with Wytchwood, which I haven't played since I streamed. Oops, forgot to mute. I haven't played since I streamed it the last time, which was December. 18th of December. For some reason I thought it was longer ago. But no, this only came out on the 9th of December 2021, so playing on the 18th makes sense. I only got one achievement in it though. There are no guides. So this was a witchy one. In a forest. Gothic Fables and Fairy Tales. It's developed by Alien Trap and published by Wytchwood Digital, who do some really cute games. I think they published Beast of Maravel, Calico Lake, Let the Bees Make Honey, Teacup We Should... Okay, they publish lots of really good games. And Alien Trap, I don't think they've done anything else on the Xbox with achievements, so... it's a crafting game. It's a crafting game with a little bit of battle-y stuff and some quests to save collecting souls. We're supposed to collect souls. So we remembered our contract with the goat. That was our achievement. And then we went on and we're supposed to collect 12 wicked souls. And the achievements are basically for collecting souls. Any of the achievements, I believe... No, 9 of the achievements are valid for my RTTL. Let me just see if there is any help as to which. Max 72. Oh, right, okay. It's updating. I'm gonna go with basically. It could be collect all the souls. Or it could be collect any of them except for the bear, the leech, the snake, the ox, by the looks of it. Based off. Yeah. So I have 13 achievements, 4 of which are not valid. Ox, snake, leech, bear. But the cat, the fish, the ram, the rat, the stag, the wolf, the hawk, or the hogs are valid. So this is going to take a little time. 52 people have completed. No one put in a completion estimate. It's annoying. Could be 15 hours, 18 hours. I have played just less than 2 so far. So yeah, I mean I've got into it, but I haven't done a lot. So. Also, I'm making a casserole. I could keep on whopping it and it moves out of position. Oh, so I need to remember to hydrate because I've been bad at hydrating today. However, I do have a casserole in the oven, so at some point I will need to go and stir that when the ping goes. I'm late starting today because it's just been a day. It's just been a day. And I can't decide what I want to do with Saturdays. Anyway, my brain's tired. So we're just going to poodle around the forest, trying to figure out what the hell we were doing. I'm fairly certain that... Hi, Mr. Corners. I've forgotten all the controls. Add ingredients to the brewery. Craft a metamorphosis elixir. Craft a protective talisman. That's a little loud. For the sergeant. Inquire at the apiary and the fields. Okay, so seem to remember. Do we have a map anywhere? There we go. See that? No, I actually wanted to see the map. Okay, so I seem to remember there was like a tree thing, and then. Yeah, so the ox... No, that's in the farm. The bear is the one that's eating people. So there's like some... Basically, it feels like each of these quests is achievement, basically. So that was our first quest to get our memory back. And then we're supposed to collect... Oh, it's okay. So the first 4 souls, the first objectives, none of those achievements are valid, but they will collect towards the next lot of achievements. So... Yes, this is the guy that wants honeymead and he's like really mad. And there was something like his tent had a teddy bear in or something. Vaguely remember that from last year. So we were doing the bear. So we have ingredients. We need to craft a metamorphosis elixir, protective talisman, and go talk to the people in the apiary. And then with the ox, we're supposed to investigate the bandit camp, which is what we're doing. So I think this is the bandit camp. And we haven't gotten a quest yet for the leech or the snake. This is going to probably take a little while. Oh, aside from the fact that I can't remember what I'm doing. Hot seed. Ah, okay. So I have shears. I have a hatchet. I have a trowel. I have a net. I have a mending poultice. Ah, healing potion. And a bait stick. Ingredients wise, I've got a lot of shit. Including some blood and crow's foot. Grimoire wise, we picked up stuff to do things. So yeah, we set like snares to get things. Oh, it's gonna take me a while to get my head back around what we were doing. So yeah, I think we need to pick up whatever that is. Honey? Rodent lard. Ew. Gross. The ones in cinderbox against dry ants. Sewing kit's craftable. It needs skeeter snoot. Soporific potion. Wickerwork. Magic paste. It's dragonfly wings. Wicked gemstone. Metamorphosis elixir. Okay, so we need dried fruit. Oh yeah, I seem to remember the drieds were irritating and we were not good at it. And bug ichor. Swamp and graveyard. Okay, so forest, swamp and graveyard. So we also need to make a magic talisman. Is this down here? No, that's the doll, which needs its own kits. So we need some rodent egg. So we need to go and like... Okay. Right. And those are the things that we have attached, and then we have the witch's eye. Oh, which gives us info and stuff. Okay. So, and the music is on my side as well. Because I don't want music right now. I have had the head that is not good. Shears, we'll cut those so cleanly. Yes, well, how do I cut them with shears? Ah, like that. And that would be right trigger. Okay, so hopefully everyone's having an okay weekend. So they all ended up connecting to each other. Ish. We've activated some. We've got some portals here. fields. The apiary in the field. So if we're going to inquire at the apiary in the fields, it'll help me get started. I can't remember how to fight, so, you know. Ooh. Okay, you don't just whack at them with the thing. Ow. How do I fight? Like, find things. Into the forest. Oh, it's the apiary. Ah, right. Okay. Apiaries are there. Shadowed way. Leaves of the ox. Yes. How you doing, Mr. Corners? Ox is fine. Yeah, so we don't want to go here. We are here. We don't want to be there. Snap trap. It could work. Okay, well, I mean, that's how do we... I mean... Let's try 80%. Right, so there's got to be something in here. Hidden mysteries. I don't know where jar mending poultices. Birds, squirrels, rats. Okay, we don't have one of them. Useful against dogs. Cinderbox against dryads. Ah, snagvine. Which we need a sewing kit for, which we need skeeter snap. Okay, so we can't catch them, so we should try and go. So yeah, I thought we'd made 2 snap traps, but hey, the point is that yeah, we're going to the apiary, which is here, and we're going to pick up stuff as we go along because you know we don't know what would be useful. Apiary. Right. Okay. It'll be slow getting back into it, and obviously, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get the 25 this month, just purely because, you know, time, brain, mainly time. Heidi ho, I'm afraid we're closed for the season. Closed, but I need some of your honey right away. Sorry, our supply was cleaned out just a little while ago. Funny little man with a cart, you just missed him. Yes, I've met him. He's the quartermaster for the bear, but he had a bit of an accident on the road. I need to collect some more honey for the lakeshore camp. The bear? Well, that explains why the quartermaster purchased so dang much. I heard that lumbering bully would steal the nectar from a larva if it'd suit him. My poor bees have already worked themselves half to death for that order, and they don't have any honey left. I wish I could do something to help you, but the only honey left in the entire apiary is Her Majesty's personal reserve. Her Majesty? Why, my sweet spring flower, the jewel of my crown, the golden sun of my... Yes, get on with it. My beloved queen, she's as lovely as she's wise and resides over in her flowered kingdom. A shrill voice pierces the meadow and sends chills down your spine. Slave, where is my dinner? I order you to bring me some of the finest sunflowers. Right away, my love. Make it pretty this time. I don't want another one of your dandelion bouquets like some common wasp. Yes, my sweet. I think I'd better have an audience with this queen myself. Okay. Oh! Asshole. Stupid bee hit me. I ought to probably, heal. Oh, hang on. The real insect looks down her cold nose at you scornfully. That fool beekeeper is supposed to stop the rabble from trampling my delicate garden. Good help is so hard to find, isn't it? You've come to lend a hand? No, I don't think so. What do you want, little beetle? You seem like a very busy woman, so I won't waste your time. I need honey. Your best honey. She tilts her long neck back and lets out a buzzing laugh. Ha! Do you think I simply give my carefully cultivated riches to just any commoner? Do you have any idea how much time and energy is spent managing this colony? Everyone always wants something, but never wants to work for it. In a rustle of petals, the beekeeper comes running over, holding out an assortment of beautiful prairie flowers. My darling sweetheart, I offer you the finest meadow flowers. I hope you find things to your liking. Is this marigold, you wax-brained fools? You know I despise the stuff. How many times must I repeat myself? Get out of my sight, all of you! My love, I have wronged you. Let me try again. You follow the beekeeper a short distance away while he busies himself picking more flowers. She seems to be in a foul mood. Does she always treat you like this? Well, yes, but it's really usually my own fault. Sometimes when she really gets her venom up, a little bit of smoke and soothing herb calms her right down. Smoke, you say? I'm sure I could come up with something to even out her mood. Okay, royal incense recipe. Okay. Right, there we go. Heal. Because the bees, they ate me. Right. Okay, I need to craft a smoke pellet. Ooh, I have one of those. I need to craft witch spice. Ooh, I have enough for that. And I need to craft soporific potion, which needs jar of water. Oh, so I need a jar and some water. Okay. Either well, or some wood. Ah, oh well. I have a jar of water. Dancing chickadees! They're so cute. I can also get a jar of milk. Shadow Day. So, slow day. Don't know how long I'll go. You sneak. You honestly believe that your little puff of smoke can... The queen fans herself lightly as the world begins to push and pull all around her. Oh, does that feel a little hot? Anyways, as I was saying, you can't just... The sparkling sun bears down on the queen, like a warm summer's embrace. My, look at all of those beautiful colours. Have they always been so bright? The queen bee stretches her arms across the sea of flowers, brushing the tips of their petals gleefully. She arcs her limbs through the myriad of colours swirling about her head. It's gorgeous. Oh, and what's that delicious smell? Crackling into the waxen walls of her hive. The queen pulls out a golden honeycomb. She proceeds to messily stuff the honey into her face. Delectable. Oh, it's so good you simply have to try some, my dear. I've never tasted anything so delicious in my life. She offers up a sticky handful to you. Why, thank you, my queen. Take the honeycomb. I don't know how to counteract the bees right now, or if I want to, even. I can't just, like, fight shit. Oh, hello. Right, so now what are we doing? Journal. Okay, so we have to craft a metamorphosis elixir and a protective talisman. I don't know where the protective talisman thing was. We've got honey from the apiary though. I'll stick my empty jar over here for now. Okay. Honey holders. Those just in case. Very useful. Okay, unveiling powder. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for that's hidden for now, so there we go. Snap trap. Morsels, tinderbox. So we need some rat stuff. I don't really want to go particularly. Okay, effective snap some distance. Yeah, we need sewing kit for that, which we decided we didn't have the stuff for. Ah, protective talisman. Hello. And the magic paste, which needs dragonfly wings. I may have seen that. Wickerwork, magic paste, and a wicked gemstone, which we did craft. We need a dog hair for that. Okay, so dragonflies. Did it helpfully say magic paste? Swamp. Okay, so we're going to go to the swamp. Map. Doesn't help because we need to go back to the fields first. I have a feeling it's like you don't need to fight things, but things will attack you, so... Into the woods we go, into the woods we go. All the honey is around. There's a well, I remember the well. Well. And then that's where we can get the dog thing, and then there's ashes. Oop. Soot sprites, always useful to get things. The dog sort of likes us, I think. He doesn't dislike us, but you know. There's also a woodcutter, which is how we got a guy that likes the birds, and the exotic bird that he wants to track is on his head. Yeah, and then we need to make snare traps for the little things. So rodent would possibly be squirrel. I don't like making snare traps. It makes me feel icky. However, unfortunately, we seem to need to do them. Okay, so we need to make... That's how we get the rodent lard. Makes me feel icky though. But having a rodent lard means we can... Oh god. Just like to collect ingredients. Oh, this guy likes frogs. Should probably get the map up. Oops. So, delayed shipment, yep. Fieldwood path. Into the world. Song of the Snake, yes, so that's another quest. The decay. Prepare for leech. Oh, we do need to go into the swamp. Okay, so we're going up there then. As much as I don't want to. Get some more rodent fat because I think we might need to fight a dryad. I'm not very good at fighting dryads. But remember there being a dryad. It's like, hello. Here's my weird and wonderful memory. I don't know what you are. My weird and wonderful memory is that there are dryads. It's raining. Ooh, leeches. Ooh, I don't know what I did. Whether that was a good idea or not. Ow! Need to smoke it. Okay, fine. Well, I don't understand. It's just I don't like getting whomped by whatever these things are. It's leeches, but I can't pick them up. Did I lose my honey? Did I lose my honey? Oh god, when I die I lose stuff. I forgot about that. I lost my honey. Shit, actually, where did my honey go? Did I not pick up honey? Because it said I had honey. Oh. Hi, Tarragon. I'm getting very confused by this game. I've got snail shell, but where's my honey? Did I... I'm very confused. Either I actually lost my honey or what? Can't get out of the swamp, into the swamp the easy way until I find them. Digested tablets. Ah, against turkeys. Interesting. Got snail shells. I do not have Eye of Newt or whatever that is. Goblins, not ew. Bait stick for... okay, cool. So I can craft another one of them. I have one. Useful against skeeters. Ah, smoke. It did say smoke. Cool. What's good against goblins? Okay, well... I got a dryad fruit. Now I feel really bad. It'll cool off eventually. Did I lose my honey? I'm very confused. Also, how are you doing, Tarragon? Ah, there's a lot of stuff here. Ah, there's my honey. Oh, flick for that. Okay, so are these skeeters, and in which case can I use the smoke pellet thing? I need my hatchet. Ah, great. I feel really icky about that. But I got my honey back. Could have been a disaster. There was something about leeches. So, right, okay, so those smoke things are useful. What ingredients do I need? Frog slime, Forest herb and clay. Okay, that's another one. Right. That's against newts. What was the thing? Can we use this against... What can we use against leeches? I saw a leeches one, didn't I? Dragonflies. Oh, I do have a sewing kit thing now, though. That must have been the skeeter, whatchamacallit. Okay, so... Now I just need magic paste. Right, okay, but there was something else I needed to craft that needed that. Ah, was it down here? Dreadful doll? No. Ah, goblins and bandits, but not what I need. Metamorphosis. The dryad fruit. I need more bug ichor. Okay, maybe I didn't need a sewing kit. Well, I've got a sewing kit now. Yes, so, yeah, don't die. It's poisonous, I'll have to bait it. Okay. Ah, it's a newt. I now have an eye of newt. Some combining salts, okay. And that's how we get Baldeka and the dragonfly wick. Okay. Go away. Damn it. There it is. Just need to heal. Right, okay. Now I want to craft some more things. Okay. So, I need another... Good thing I have a thing. I'll get another there. Yeah, but how can I trap the leeches? Did it say? Still don't need a dreadful doll. Still need a talisman. Magic paste. Can make magic paste now. I can make a talisman. Okay, what was the other thing I needed to make? A metamorphosis elixir. Could make one of them as well. Excellent. So, I can go back to the brewery now. There's a leech. I haven't discovered much of the area here. Who's there? My eyes have gone. You're working through Dodgeball Academia. I'm fine. I'm just wishing there were more hours for me to play games and that my brain wasn't quite so poo. But I'm getting back into this game. I probably have to finish it for the achievement, but hey. Who's there? My eyes have gone milky. Please come closer, sister. I don't believe we've met before. Why do you call me sister? I don't need sight to see someone who's also signed a dark contract. The woman looks blindly through you, though you can sense her focus. Contract? So you've had dealings with that damnable goat, too. What sort of pact did he rope you into? Oh, you know how it is. I was young, and he weren't no goat when I knew him. I used to dance naked under the blood moon and raise the dead to frighten dull country folk. Ah, but it's ancient history now. Old age comes for us all, and eventually you've got to hang up the sacrificial dagger and settle down in the comforts of retirement. It's just very tired. It's a very tired brain, and it doesn't seem to have much energy per day. And it just seems to run out of energy, and then it's not recharging properly. That's like kind of wrong cable or something like that. And then my toothbrush broke. Electronic, doesn't charge anymore. So I'm supposed to get them delivered today, but they are being slow. Just one of those things, you know. And my grandpa's in hospital again, which doesn't help the brain. And yeah, so I'm tired, and I'm making casserole, which smells really nice. I'll have to do that in probably about half an hour. I know the feeling. I miss my cozy chair and little fireplace. It seems like a fine spot you've got in here. Well, it's not all posies and pumpernickel. She clutches worriedly at the moth-eaten blanket in her lap. What's rattled your bones? Maybe I can help. It's my dear old husband, handsome chap, although a bit clumsy. He had a tumble trying to weed out some swamp traps from the yard. Awful things like to snap at your toes when you're not looking. Anyways, he twisted his ankle pretty bad and went off to the sick house to have it looked at. But that was a few days ago. He should have been back by now. And these legs haven't worked right in decades, so I can't even go to check up on him. I've been so worried, I even thought about making another contract. Don't you dare. You just wait here. I'll go find him and see what the bother is. Thank you, sister. The sick house is down the road to the west. Okay, so left. Be careful of critters along the way. They've got a taste for blood. Yes, I would like to know how to stop the... Ooh, new chapter to the leech. There we go. That's great. Is this the leech lady? Interesting. Yeah, so... Ooh, hello. There's some sort of dinosaur up there. Oh my gosh. So I need a sticky thing for the dragonflies. That's fine. I can manage that. It's the leeches that I want to pick up a leech just for no reason other than why not. I need to avoid the mosquitoes. I also want to pick up my spoils. That'll give me another sewing kit. Alright, so we've not got a shortcut into that, but now we should be able to go and at least do the bear. We're going to go do the bear. That just sounds wrong. But we have all the ingredients now for the bear, by the looks of my journal. Which is what we're working through. So we need to just add those 3 ingredients to the brewery. We spent ages trying to get a freaking dryad. We kept on failing miserably, but that seemed to work that time. It's not meant to be a fighting game. That's why you don't have like weapons. You just got collectible stuff. So this guy is a bit, you know, shit. Make you a protective talisman. Will you let me understand? Suppose I wouldn't have much to worry about if you did. Protective talisman. Here! This ought to shield you from harm for a time. Grins nervously as he puts the charm around his neck, then dobs himself in the face with his own fist. Wow, you weren't kidding. That's nowhere near the punishment the bear can dish out. Better find some more stuff to test it out with, and I'll give that bear peace of my mind. He stumbles off into the camp to find other objects to try against his newfound protection, leaving the bear's tent unattended. Excellent. Because we need something in here. Meaty morsel. Teddy bear. That's what we needed. We needed a teddy bear, clearly. Because we needed like a treasure or something. Something dear to the bear. Frothing base of the brewery stands ready for the right ingredients. Honey. As you squeeze the honeycomb with your bare hands, thick, rich honey slowly oozes into the brewery's tank. It's too sweet for your taste, but then this potion is not for you. Frothing basin. Ready. Okay, metamorphosis elixir. You ladle out a good portion of the writhing tar-like substance into the brewery. To be safe, you add a little bit more, just for texture. Torn teddy bear. You pause before dropping the tattered plaything into the brewery. A glint in its button eye reminds you of something, but the thought soon evaporates from your mind. You overturn your palm and the stuffed bear splashes down into the concoction. It floats sadly for a moment before becoming waterlogged and disappearing under the surface. With the addition of the final ingredient, the brewing equipment is sealed and set to work. Steam hisses from rivets and its swollen belly clanks and rattles. Before long, the waggling fingers of the gauges and dials settle down, indicating that the brew is complete. You give a quick sniff test and recoil at the sickening sweet vapours. You push an empty wooden keg onto the contraption spigot and crank the release valve. The brewery strains under the pressure and fills the keg with chunky, oozy fluid. It really doesn't make it sound very appetizing, does it? May not be the finest honeymead around, but hopefully that great raging galoot won't stop to notice the difference. Ooh, and that'll be my thing right back. Sorry, what I was trying to say was, that's my delivery. Yes, my toothbrush is here. Excellent. And I put the kettle on because I'm going to make tea. Take the keg. I broke the brewery. It's clear we'll never make beer again. However... I don't know why we need soot sprites particularly, but hey. Take care of that. Okay. It's always good to pick up the collectible things. These seem to have respawned. Well, where was I? Alright, so I pull my sword. Oh, give him. I need to make it thing. Right. Switch that out with the bait trap. Douse in beer. Ah, Captain, I brought you more honey mead. The bear swipes up the tankard with his massive paw and tosses the contents into his slobbering maw without hesitation. He licks his chops, savouring the peculiar flavour. With a sudden jerk, he bears on you with suspicion. Say, this tastes kind of funny. What did you do, soldier? It's, new recipe. Thought you might enjoy something with a little more sting in it. I hate new things. Teach you to mess with my favourite brew, you hayseed. Can't do the voice. The bear, something or other. The bear is upon you with frightening speed. He raises the huge mace in his paw skyward, and you brace for the impact. With an equal measure of speed, the sergeant leaps between the crushing mace and your head. You peer for your fingers as a great clang resounds through the camp. Thank you, Sergeant. That's really sweet. The bear roars furiously as his bow is magically repelled from the sergeant's talisman. Can I have one of them? The mace goes spinning out of his paw and falls in the lake with a great splash. He gapes, dumbfounded, as the sergeant stands before him completely unharmed. Ha! That'll teach you to pick on us, you big oaf. This has been a long time coming. The sergeant wags his finger at the bear. Who do you think you are, eh? You think you're so big and tough with your fancy feather hat and your big honking club? Well, look at you now. The camp soldiers gather to witness in stunned awe. Miraculously, hey, Lady Marguerite! The bear seems to shrink in the face of the sergeant's onslaught. It were up to me. You'd be dishonourably discharged for disorderly conduct. You're a disgrace to uniform. You're no captain of mine. With fear welling up in his eyes, the bear shrinks and shrinks and shrinks until he's reduced to the size of a small cat. And on that note, hi! Hi, kitties as well. If kitties are watching, I don't know if the kitties are watching. Take, dear. I think it's dear, because it says hello dear, and that's how I'm seeing it in my head. Whoa, my hair is floofy today. But it's the and there. Either which way. Hi, Lady Marguerite. Hope you're okay. I totally missed your stream on yesterday, because my brain is broke. But I did see that I saw your tweets, so I'm gonna go back and watch the VOD because there's a couple of them and I want to see what they're like. So yay. And also, I'm sorry, I forgot it was Friday. I didn't even watch the Supernatural in Kara's channel because I was in the chat and just forgot to watch the TV thing as well. I was just basically wandering around Walden Pond in the Walden game for hours. My brain went, nope, we're not functioning today. We're just going to walk, which is great because I had to walk 50 miles. Yeah. Tired brain is tired. And I was going to go get a bath and have hot chocolate, and I didn't even manage to do that. I just stonked into bed, so yeah. You've just gotten up and haven't had coffee yet. I get that. I just put the kettle on so I can have some tea. I have to finish my other tea. I've got some peach and elderberry tea, which I'm finishing, and then I'm going to get some new tea. But I thought if I put the kettle on now, it'll be mostly hot when I need to make tea. And in about 15-20 minutes I have to go stir my stew. But it will ping when I need to do that, so I don't have to remember. And then the next time I need to taste it and hope to God that I haven't screwed up the seasoning. Anyway, he's now a small cat. And another thing, ooh, what's happening? The bear is now a cat. In place of the bear's drunken grimace is Grimace is the stitched smile of a doll's grin. Two button eyes stare back at the disapproving faces surrounding the little plush toy. We turned him into a teddy bear! Oops. The sergeant takes a step back to reveal the small shape of a stuffed teddy bear where the brute once stood. The transformative potion has finally done its work. Gee, I guess I overdid it. He scratches his head in befuddlement, but seems genuinely relieved. Hey, Sarge, I guess that means you're in charge now, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, I guess it does. Well, what are you all standing around for? Camp's a mess, let's get to work. Can I have a teddy bear, please? You pick up the diminutive doll and brush some sand out of its fur. As you inspect it further, Oh, I collected the soul. Its head lolls to face you. Far within the glassy surface of its button eyes, you can barely make out a tiny crimson flame. The trapped soul of the bear. This ought to be what that old goat's after. I hope he's happy. Excellent. What a mess. So much to do. Quest completed. Excellent. So, right, we have collected one of the 4 souls we needed to collect. I don't know why we're doing this dirty work, but I am assuming that that was something with the contract. We owe him souls. We owe him our soul? I don't know if we owe him our soul. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and watch my first VOD to get the beginning of the story. If you want to, it was from December last year. I just love that I can collect soot sprites. So yeah, so things to remember. If you die, your inventory gets scattered, and that can include big ass quest items like honey. Traps are the only way to do stuff, so having them is good. Yeah, so, but it seems like not a good idea to do too many of the trap things unless we know what things we need, because it's also a little unfair to the denizens of the forest if we're just, you know, trapping them. It's like I don't like trapping the squirrels particularly unless I have to. So if I need like a specific ingredient, like unfortunately I need to trap squirrels to get cinder boxes to get dryad hearts if I need another dryad heart. So yeah, so digestive things against turkeys. The smoke against the skeeter is good. So we're probably going to be going back there. We can't make any more bait sticks right now because... Right, so we need more frog slime. Okay, so we visit the sick house. So we should probably... I don't know. I explored a lot of the fields area. Investigate the bandit camp in the fields. Ah, so it wasn't in the forest. So we've done the We've done no. Wait. No. We did the bear in the forest. The snake is also in the forest. We could go and at least pick up the snake quest and figure out what's going on with that, I suppose. We need to get out of the bandit camp first. But yes. But yeah, you can trap birds and squirrels and stuff, but I don't want to. It's like I can, but I don't wanna. I really wasn't happy with like attacking the dryads because it's like a living tree. Oh, the dog. Yeah, so you can put the dogs to sleep. But again, I just feel bad about, you know, hurting them. I don't know what that is. It's some sort of goblin fairy. I'm going the wrong way there. So, alright, I need to go there. Over the bridge? Is there a bridge? Yes, there's a bridge. Ooh, hello. Oh, you might be a healing thing. Oh, why are you crying? You approach a young woman weeping sorrowfully into her palms. She catches her breath for a moment and looks out longingly over the placid lake. Oh, my sweet songbird, why have you forsaken me for a life devoid of your love? Tears well up in her eyes as she buries her face once again. We consider leaving this melodrama well alone, but something about the poor girl reminds you of the maiden slumbering under your house. Oh yeah! That was it! So there's a maiden slumbering in the coffin, and I think we need 12 souls to save her? Possibly? I don't know. There was a whole thing where we forgot our memory, so we don't even know who the person is that we're saving. We obviously gave something up to do this. Maybe she was dying and we will do anything to save her life. As you do. And then suddenly you have a deal with the goat. Anyway. You draw out a tattered handkerchief and offer it to the maiden. There, there, dry your eyes, my child, and tell old Granny what the matter is. Oh, thank you, you're very kind. She takes the cloth and daintily dabs the corners of her eyes. Swallowing the last of her sobs, she composes herself before sighing wistfully. It's my beloved, such a sweet and romantic man with the voice of a meadowlark. Ah, I get it. He dumped you? Well, but don't worry, there's plenty of other frogs in the swamp. What? No, he loves me, and I him, though our families would never allow us to be together. He'd come and sing outside my balcony every night. Oh, it's Romeo and freaking Juliet. One night we both vowed to escape and meet by this lake. Her lip quivers. I waited and waited under the waning moon, even past the morning sun, but he still didn't reveal himself. Tough break. Maybe he just wasn't that into you? The woman snaps at you with sudden vitriol. He would never abandon me. We're destined to be together. Maybe he's actually a bird, but turns into a man at night. She slips back into a melancholic gaze over the lake. Even now I can still hear the beautiful melody of his lute coming from across the water. Over the dull sounds of lapping waves and quacking waterfowl, faint notes of some faraway stringed instrument whisper through the reeds. Oh, I hear it too. Maybe you aren't just mad in love. It's coming from somewhere in the middle of the lake. He's out there somewhere, I just know it. She crumples into another dramatic bout of inconsolable tears. Now, I'm sure it's just some echo bouncing off the shore. I'll go find where this tardy bard of yours has run off to. Yay! This'll be the snake then. Interesting. I mean, sure, we'll do this quest. Oops. Oh! Yeah, I forgot I had that. Weeping Maiden. Oh! Oh, god damn it. I forgot I could do that to find out. So I need to make a doll. To get past the god. I forgot I could do that to figure out how to, Oh, so those are goblins. Okay. And a squirrel. Okay, so do I need to go up there? I mean, I could make a thing, but it seemed to... Like the goblin doll. Useful against goblins and bandits. I mean, sure. We have a spare. Okay, so inventory, switch out that for that because we're not in the swamp and we don't need the smoke thingy. Okay. Ouch. Exactly. Ouch. Well, we picked up some goblin snot, I think. Okay. Where's my map? Ow! And that's how I die. I was trying to figure out what the freak it was. I should have just used my witch vision. Ah, okay, so I can't go through there. I have to go round. That's okay. Hi, Nikki. Music seems strongest on this shore, but even here you can't quite place the source. It seems to be emanating from the half-sunken ruin poking out of the lake's waters. Maybe that fool bard's hiding way out there. Bah, but I swim as well as hens fly. Suddenly, some unseen voice chitters mockingly in your ear. Ho ho, hee hee, da musical man you'll never see. You spin around, but no one is there, just a nattering laughter bouncing on the wind. Who's there? Show yourself, sprite. Okay, so... hee hee. Right, well, I want to go around and get my stuff. See if I can figure out what is down here. Ah, there's like invisible things, okay. Oh, it's a dryad, okay. So I'm gonna need a cinderbox. Needed to get my stuff back. You shouldn't have whooped me. Okay, so I need some revealing powder. Elusive pixie. I need some unveiling powder and a catching net. Don't feel bad at the cinder block because every time I have to kill a squirrel to get the ingredients for it, so revealing powder. What a pretty tree. It's a pixie nest. Oh. Well, I mean, I have played it before, so it could just remind me of the thing that I played before. Snap your hand around the elusive creature and squeeze. You trifling little pest, what do you know about this music? Must be full of bugs. Don't you play smart with me, I'll pop off your head like a daisy. That music is the snake's travelling circus. I thought everyone knew that. Circus stays still, but the door's the thing that travels, you see, and right now the door's out on that lake. You'll never get in. You give the wretched sprite a good shake, and the shower of glittering dust sheds off its wings. Tell me how to cross the lake, or I'll make a necklace from your teeth. The wicked dirty fairies built a bridge. Keep all you big folk out unless the snake invites them in. You're a fairy, aren't you? Where's this bridge? Pixie, not one of those pamby mushroom herders. Besides, the bridge is invisible to big stompers like you. The creature peers over your shoulder and waves its tiny arms. That's a fairy now. Why don't you ask her? You turn to look, but in your moment of distraction, the pixie sinks its sharp teeth into your finger. Ouch, you sneaky little blighter. Springing free from your grasp, the slippery monster chitters a laugh and vanishes in a cloud of smoke. You look down at your dust-covered hand. Fairy or not, this bridge must be around here somewhere. Pushing aside thrushes and cattails, you find a strangely carved pedestal. It might be mistaken for a bird bath if you didn't know any better. As you run your finger around the edge of the bowl, the remaining pixie dust on your hand flakes off as if drawn in by an invisible force. Crude pictographs appear on the surface of the basin. They depict a coiled snake presiding at the centre of some kind of festival. Directions on how to reveal the bridge are carved on the outside. You see symbols resembling fey dust, dancing fireflies, and bird feathers. Oh, don't make me kill the birdies! You shake out the fine dust into the bowl and it settles evenly into its inside surface. Each of the fireflies alights upon the edge of the bowl, stepping delicately until they are evenly spaced. And we don't have bird feathers, we need 3 birdies. I don't want to kill the birdies. Kill the birdies, but I have to go kill the birdies, and it makes me feel bad. I don't want to kill the birdies. But there's no other way to get them. Something else as well. Yes, once again, the RTTL is responsible for wholesale animal slaughter. Yeah. 100%. It's like, I don't mind, like, trapping anything else. I just, I don't want to trap the, birds and the squirrels. It just feels wrong. But I need 3 blue feathers, so what am I supposed to do? Tell me that. Yeah, Dryad. You be angry at me, I'm angry at me too. Placed into the basin, the feathers arrange themselves into a perfect triangular symmetry. The basin begins to glow a soft yellow as the fireflies rise from the muck within, begin to dance up and down, drawing circles high above the bowl. Glitter rains down gently, shimmering as it catches rays of sunlight. Slowly the particles trace the form of the bridge leading from the edge of the water to the centre of the lake. You tentatively test the strength of the spectral walkway and find that it is as strong as if it were made of solid stone. Excellent. Apparently we're doing the snake quest, because I was moved. Where are we? We're in the uncanny fairground. Cool. Right, so remember to use the blinking eye thing to figure out. We can go back and use it on the leeches when we get there. Villager! 1,000-year-old stare. Distant strong man. Clumsy wizard. Juggler. Ooh, chest. Snake would like to meet you. Yes, well, I'm going to steal his chest. Ooh, an egg. Shiny stone. And some coins. Right? It's not like a save. I think it just sort of auto saves. The snake is good to us. The snake would like to meet you. Must be in some kind of trance. Silk tent. Guessing there's a snake. Ooh, there's an actual snake. Weaknesses unknown. Draped in glittering jewelry, the serpent stares intently into a crystal ball as you approach. Welcome, my dear. Welcome. I saw that you would come here in search of answers. Ha! I just came here in search of a bard. That's him outside, right? With a lute. The minstrel? Yes, he is working for debt to me. All those folk out there seem a touch addled. What did you do to them? They're all humble folks, looking for something just as you are. I am here to provide them with my services in exchange for a bit of work. So what are you, some sort of carnival wizard? You're making quite the racket in my forest. A wizard? No. I am a seer, a scryer of the hidden mists, a fortune teller of fortunes, a keeper of secrets. Fancy titles you've given yourself. Sounds like you're nothing but a used cart salesman peddling your wares to the gullible. Ah, skeptic. Step closer and let the crystal ball reveal its mysteries. The snake's voice drops low and seems to fill the tent with a heavy weight. I am a helper of sorts, an unraveller of knots. I make the forgotten remembered. You feel the scaly touch of slithering coils wind around you, but you are powerless to move. And you have forgotten much. The snake's eyes swirl in a pattern you've never seen. Imperceptible colours collapse into themselves and fracture into kaleidoscope mosaics against the canvas wall. A voice speaks from far away. It takes you a moment to realise it's your own. I have forgotten so much. Let me help you find your answers. The serpent's coils slowly squeeze the consciousness out of you. With a desperate push of willpower, you blink away from the snake's hypnotic gaze. Wait! Get off me, you worm! You wriggle your body like a sack of loose twigs. Despite your protesting bones, you manage to squirm free and tumble backwards out of the tent. Right, we need protection then. When your eyes open, you find yourself back outside the snake's tent. You pick yourself up from the ground and dust off your shoulders. Harumph. I guess that sly serpent has some tricks up his sleeve. Better come up with a plan for the next time I go in there. Festival patrons seem confused after your tussle with the snake, as if the spell over them was momentarily shaken. The crowds disperse as they fumble about in a haze. Now's my chance to get a word in with that bard. Maybe I can get him out of this mess. There's the bard. Strumming his lute, this strapping young man has a faraway look in his eyes. Is it wistfulness, nostalgia, or even his hypnosis? Wonder I may, but ne'er away from she who I call my lover. To my chagrin I stumbled in and met the gaze of another. Curious I stared, I was not prepared, and this was my mistake. A binding gaze, now I live my days in the service of the snake. Cry not for me, for there she is that might see me still saved. My spirits they lift as she holds a gift from before I was enslaved. A mirror but shattered, its pieces have scattered, if mended we may be set free. Down the wishing wellspring to the swamp's moonlit ring, hiding within the pixie's tree. What's all this about a broken mirror? You gave it to that weeping maiden? Speak plainly, you wobbling fool. No matter what you do, the poor musician barely seems to realise you're there. He just keeps strumming his flute and humming his mortal tune. Maybe that lovesick miss will know what he's on about. Okay, well, we have a clue. We have a clue. Clues is good. I like clues. At least we're not stumbling around like, you know, we don't know what we're doing. We have purpose. No, still my beating heart. Have you any news about my dear sweet love? I found him at the carnival, but he's been mesmerised by the snake. Unless I can break the spell, no one in that carnival can leave. The snake? Say it isn't so. I've heard how he grants wishes, but only for a terrible price. Why would my love be so desperate as to consort with that charlatan? Charlatans generally are not successful in doing the things. I haven't a clue, but he's stuck deep. The only thing I managed to get out of him was something about a mirror. Do you know about that? A mirror? Oh, yes, it was the first gift he ever gave me. From inside her bodice, she produces a small cracked hand mirror. But one night, it slipped from my balcony and shattered on the cobblestones. I tried to piece it back together, but I could never find the last 3 shards. The song mentioned something about a wishing well, a moonlit swamp, and a pixie tree. Keep that mirror close. I'll seek out the missing shards and return them to you. Oh, thank you. I should very much love to see it whole once again. Okay, well, the pixie tree was down here. An old tree is littered with countless trinkets and bits of trash glued haphazardly together to form a glittering hive. You reach for a sharp piece of broken glass that could be the mirror shard, but pull your hand away at the last moment. 1,000 beady eyes peer out the tree's knotholes. A familiar cackling voice floats above the others. You again! Kettlehead, what do you want now? I've come for that mirror shard. Hand it over and I won't have to strangle you again. No way! We need shinies to keep gross fairy folk away. Best fairy repellent there is. What's it when a fairy's afraid of shiny things? Well, I don't see no fairies around. Do you? But maybe we can work something out. Them smelly mushroom herders have been encroaching on our turf, see? They've been building those stupid little stone shrines of theirs, and worse yet, they've been hiring mercenaries to guard them. So we can't go anywhere near, but maybe a big stomper like you can take care of the problem for us. And then you'll give me that shard? Hey, if there ain't no fairies, we won't need no fairy repellent. Right, okay, so briefly pausing because my pinger went a while ago, I think, and I need to stir and turn and make tea. So I'm going to take a tea break. I'll be back in a handful of minutes. So just bear with me and talk to the void. I'm back. How big is a handful? A handful of bullets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I didn't press the... Ah, I didn't do the ad. Never mind. Should have done the ad. But anyway, yes, 5. A handful. Okay. Destroy the fairy shrines in the forest. Oh, I've already destroyed most of them. I set that one on fire with that tree. And I destroyed the one up wherever it was. Hi, Alu. The one up here. Was the goblins. Okay, so where's the other one is the question. And I didn't realise it was a fairy shrine. I'm guessing possibly somewhere around here. And there's the well. It always doesn't bode well when the music changes. Been down this well before. Well. Oh yeah, it's still locked. Never did figure out what... key I'd forgotten, or was it? Yeah. You hike up the hem of your skirt from the ankle-deep well water and duck down to inspect the small damp cave. Pale shape quickly retreats further into the dark space. You hear the laboured breath of some pathetic thing, frightened and alone. Hello there, don't worry, I won't hurt you. Bloodshot eyes blink nervously up at you. The creature gazes longingly at the light of the world above while simultaneously carrying from it. Oh dear, what are you doing down in this hole? I bet you're hungry, aren't you? Two thin, malnourished arms twist out from the crevice. One hand tightly clutches a shard of glass, while the other hand reaches out to you, begging for food. Roast beast. Okay. Craft a roast beast. I mean, I probably have ingredients for it. No, wait. Ooh! Wrong thing! Wrong button. Which spice? Ooh, it's okay. I have ingredients to make a roast beast. Because I've been trapping things and I feel bad about it. But hey, I have a roast beast. Creature snatches up the meat so quickly that you nearly lose a finger. It scurries back into its little crevice and you hear satisfied munching from within. Mirror shard lays. We have a mirror shard. Excellent. Find the shard in the swamp. I mean, it's not like the swamp is not huge. There's also like a whole extra thing that must connect to something somewhere at some point. Next, there's a bit behind it, but hey, for now. We'll get some frog slime. Right, so yes, casserole is stirred. Is that where I'm supposed to go for the construction thing? No, construction of the fae. Did we want to destroy it? No, don't hit me. Nothing constructed. Ah, construction of the... Aha! Right, it's over there. It's like, we have already done it. That's great. We did 2 already. That's brilliant. I was just trying to figure out where the other one is. And the other one is across the river. Need to deal with that dog first. Okay. Right, well the dog, we have a make the dog go to sleep thing. We need a jar of water. I mean, need a pump thingy. The closest one I know actually is going down back into the well, which I've gone the wrong way for. Should always just have a jar of water on me. Oh, I'm not good at selecting. I'm just gonna get 2 and then I will have a jar of water. Soporific potion. Soporific also. And which one of these deals with the mushrooms? Don't know, we probably should just, you know, scan them. Keep forgetting to scan. Oh, I did go the long way round when I was actually quite close to it. Should have just looked at the map. What are they? Changelings. Interact and then whack them with a hatchet. Okay. Quick snip with my shears. We may as well get some dog's hair while we're here. Fairy dust while we're there as well. And pick up a changeling bit because, you know, that's not disgusting at all. That's slightly disturbing. Okay. So we'll find the shard in the fairy tree and then we will go to the swamp. I would like to go to the swamp anyway. Maybe we can advance the other quest and, ooh, looking at it, hang on. I need to heal because if I get whomped one more time by a goblin, I is dead. I kicked over those little rock piles like you asked. Now give me that shard or I'll knock over this nest too. You smashed fairy shards. Good, good, good. Take it, take it. We don't want your trash. Fairy shrines, cool. Inventory, what do we got? And goblin snot. Ew. Crow's foot, blood, with a dried fruit. Now shall. Bug ichor. Near the big bug ichor or something. A hen's egg. Paradise, fireflies, sprites. Lots of things. So what we'll do, we'll go to the swamp. Into the swamp we go, into the swamp we go. So we're making progress. Last time we did stuff, but we mostly just like footsied around. Not on purpose, but just, you know, didn't quite know what I was doing. Not that I particularly knew any extra to what I was doing. I was just like, let's be purposeful and, you know. Right, so. Stuff. Spirit salts. There we go. And then mosquitoes. I must have scanned one before because I knew about that. Cool. So now can we make spirit salts? Yes. Excellent. Ah, we need some more embalming salts. Okay, we got those by digging shit up. Possibly whacking stuff. Oh, and that was a newt, which we did with a stick, but we need some thistles. Right, so there we need some thistles. We need some thistles without getting whomped by a skeeter. Aha, salts. Don't need Eye of Newt right now, but what I can make is spirit salts. Bloodsuckers and ghastly heads, but it did say that it works against creatures. Don't know what I got. I think I just exploded it and got blood. I'm kind of okay with that. Ish. Actually, what I probably should do is use my trying to get them all together. Do. Yeah, so Skeeter Snoot was what I was going for. Probably want some other Eye of Newts at some point, but ooh, we should probably scan them. Yeah, bait stick. Dragonfly, also bait stick. We don't need any dragonfly stuff right now. Don't think the dragonfly is good. That. You just kick it. just kick it. Ah, right. Can we scan whatever that is? It's Drake. It wants a sacrifice, a snacrifice. And the shears. Okay. But yes, I forgot you could scan to find out what the things are. Embalming salts. Which give you more stuff here. Right, so the sacrifice requires soporific, roast beast, and magic paste. And it requires a jar of milk. Did not pick up a jar of milk. We do have that. Okay, so we need a jar of milk before we can do anything with the drake, but we don't need the drake right now, so... Rising body. Ew. We may as well catch some frogs while we're here. Because the slime is useful. And we have more embalming salts, which is good. We need them for the leeches if we need blood. So we're just going to try and collect some ingredients without getting too close to the drake. Okay, so that way is the rotten aperture. Ah, actually that might be useful. Rotten aperture might take us back to the thing, which gives us then a bit into the... Ooh, what the hell are you? Stick totem. I saw there were snag vines. The thick moss growing on this massive fallen trunk seems to recoil at your touch, revealing strange etchings on the bank below. Slowly, a spark of swirling energy seeps forth from the waterlogged wood until an ethereal doorway opens before you. Yes, I have made an aperture. Blue feather! Blue feather without killing a bird! Oh. Now I feel bad. I don't feel bad about kicking a snail and then stealing its home. There's a troll. Troll. Go and talk to the troll. Maybe the troll has my mirror. No, there's a whole field of those stick things and leeches. Ah, I found my totem. My thing. I need dancing totem. Okay, these animated wooden effigies seem engaged in a ritualistic dance. They march in stiff patterns around a reflective piece of glass embedded in the soft ground. You lean in for a better look, just long enough to make out the shards of mirrored surface reflecting the ghostly image of the moon. You think to reach in and grab it, but the swinging limbs of the dancing totems are too dense and quick. Out of the way, you overgrown twigs! Maybe I can get them to shift their attention to some other glitch. Oh. Okay, moonlit globe. Okay, cool. We'll have another thing to make. Grimoire. Moonlit bulb. Right, what do we need? Totemic moondrop can we get from the swamp. And glitter bomb. Oh, excellent. We have a jar, so therefore we have a glitter bomb. Finally I get to use those. That's bright. And my petals. I'm going to make a couple of other jars because I need... Actually, I've got plenty of ingredients. To go get some milk at some point. Just going to take advantage of these and put things up while we're heading. So the stick house. Interesting. Ah, in the care of the leech. Okay, the sick house. Sick house, stick house. Excellent. Rotten aperture. Into the dark wood. Okay, right. Boiling salts, you know, if we wanted to really kill lots of leeches. I don't see why we would need to kill quite so many leeches, but hey. Do need the thistle heads for something, so we're going to pick some here. I'm going to go in directly. And that would be where it takes me. I did think that. Cool. So now I've opened up another portal. Yeah, see, I can only open up the portals when I find a thing for them, you see. So that's when that is useful. Oh, my neck. Right, another thing dancing up there. We don't want to aggravate it. Skip the skeeter. No! I was trying to skip the skeeter. Not to get hit by the skeeter. Let's go talk to the troll. A fat troll sits squarely in the middle of the bridge, busy scratching an itch on his back with a fallen tree. His unmatched girth blocks the path forward. Out of the way, you big galoot! Hi! Can I help you? He shifts his mass and releases a loud fart as you attempt to circumvent him. Ugh, fine, keep your bridge. I'll come back when the vapours have dissipated. So, that is obviously something for next time. Did we... Yeah, so we may as well while we're here. Okay, yes, we know glittering bauble. We just haven't found haven't done the glittering bauble thing. We needed something that we didn't have. I forget what it was. Let's go to the sick house. I misread the sick house as stick house. Hi, Crown! We are totally not beating up innocent animals to get body parts for our nefarious spells. Not at all. No, that's not me. No, no. We did make a glitter bomb though. That was fun. Spirit salts. Probably useful to have one of those at hand. Moonlit orb needs... Ah, yes, it needs an ingredient. I don't know what it is yet. Moonlit something or other. We've got lots of shiny stones, and we made a glitter bomb. We just need totemic moondrop. Oh, I bet by hitting the totems we get those. Right, okay, that's probably a thing. And we're going to need to make a thing for the drake at some point, so we may as well. What do we need? Soporific potion. Okay. There's a drake, and I kind of want to defeat the drake at some point. Magic paste. Jar of milk. That was what we needed the jar of milk for. Okay, cool. So, where was that? Stick totem. I'm going to do a stick totem to get a moonlit thing, but we're going to say hi around here first. So we are sick house. Okay. So there's a nurse. So we are trying to find some lady's husband because he went off to get cured, and then suddenly, oh, that was a chest. He hasn't come back. He twisted his ankle. That was it. Hold on now, the sick house is filled to the brim and festering with disease. Don't you know there's a deadly plague going around? Plague? Plague, you say? This is the first I've heard of it. Oh, the leech. I bet the leech is just leeching off the sick patients. No, it's terrible. It affects the young and old, the healthy and infirm alike. We're so swamped with patients, I can barely catch my breath. And you're in a swamp. Ha ha, there's a pun. So what are you doing out here? Shouldn't you be inside tending to the ill? We've just got so many bodies piling up. Someone has to bury them before they spread the sickness further. She drops her voice to a whisper, looking ashamed. Ooh, sorry. Sorry about that. Streamers interrupt us today. That was just my mum. Hopefully we managed to get through another chunk of the story. I'm hoping to get at least the quest for the first 4 souls done. I mean, that's not one of the ones that I need, but then I can see about the other ones, and I don't think there's any way to narrow it down any further. No, it literally could be any of 9 achievements, unfortunately. Maybe we'll get lucky. But yes, so, she drops her voice to a whisper, looking ashamed. It's gotten so crowded I've had to dump some in the swamp. Seems unethical, but don't worry. The leech is inside working her miracles on the other patients. Miracles. It couldn't be in better hands. The leech? That's the doctor of this place. The best in the land. Don't dare to think about how much worse it would be without her skills. I'm fairly certain no one will be dead from a broken ankle. I need to speak to her. I'm checking up on someone who came through here. Sorry, I cannot in good conscience allow a person of your, years to enter such an infectious space without a proper inoculation. But all the patients were low on medicine, and I'm afraid I don't have any to spare. Bah, what's a simple booster shot made from anyway? Plenty of medicinal ingredients right here in the swamp. I'll get them myself. Well, it is a pretty basic prescription if you bring me the components. I'll be able to mix and administer it, then you can go inside. I'll need 3 milligrams of bug extract, 5 grams of toxic thistle powder, and some lazy grass to numb the pain. Oh, well, I have all of that, clearly. Medicine is a precise science. You place a sloshing jar of ichor in the nurse's hands. She inspects it suspiciously, but doesn't ask where it came from. I mean, I think I needed bug ichor for something else, but I'm fairly certain that was from, something or other, and I can go find it again. Right, yes, toxic thistles, we picked up loads of them, that's great. And lazy grass, we picked up tons of that. Okay, I missed what it said, but anyway. The nurse nods at you, gathering all the ingredients into a small hand-sized mortar. You hold your breath as she mashes everything together into slimy, stinky liquid. Not the most pleasant stuff, but I can assure you it beats growing lumps where no lumps should be. Speak for yourself, one can never have enough lumps. The nurse shrugs at you. Sacking up the bubbling mixture into an oversized syringe, she gestures for you to hold out your arm. After stabbing into your flesh several times, she fails to find any veins with the point of the needle. Sorry, you seem to have some strange physiology. Bah, give it here, I'll do it. You seize the injector and jab it into your arm without further fuss. Cool sensation climbs into your fingertips. Doubt the medicine will have any effect, but at least it should make the nurse happy. There, I feel much better. Can I go inside now? Oh, yes. Yes, of course, you should be immune to the plague for the time being. Just be quick. The leech is very busy. Excellent. I don't trust this leech. Leeches, by definition, are untrustworthy. No, they're not, by definition, untrustworthy. Crimson wine. Interesting. This is kind of like Hitman. You've got to find the weaknesses. The doctor slithers from one patient to another, checking off little boxes on a clipboard. From under her wide-brimmed hat, she appears to notice you enter, but pays you no mind. You must be the leech. I was hoping you could help me find one of your patients. You have the symptoms. Crackling of the bones, oozing skin, oozing eyes, skin rot, perhaps a yellow liver. Let's get you examined. The leech extends her toothy snout, prodding your body and searching for some hidden malignancy. You slap her away with a swift palm. If it's sickness you're looking for, you won't find it on me. My dear, we are all sick with something. Whether it's a broken heart or a broken arm, we all suffer in one way or another. You peer through her tightly wrapped garments and see a deep darkness underneath. Despite the warmth in her words, there is a sense of hunger and urgency in her tone. Ow? I am here to heal, to mend, to put all of your troubles at ease. Now tell me what ails you. I told you already. In perfect health, here to find someone, a man who came through here with a sprained ankle. You better not be dead from a sprained ankle, leech, otherwise I'm coming after you. Half the patients who come to me have a twisted this or a broken that. All the pox sets in, that is. Can you be more specific? What does he look like? I don't actually know. Also, pox or, like, leech bites? I'm not sure. Well then, how do you expect me to help you? Come back to me when you know who you're looking for. You look about the sick house at the coughing, wheezing, and bedridden souls. Perhaps some of them will be able to identify the missing husband. Husband, darker complexion. Short fella. Toxic thistle, little cat, and a forest herb. Well, do you have any better idea of who you're looking for? Short fellow. Going to need a bit more than that. Bling hunt. Narrowing it down, give me something else. Full bed. Your mind mustn't be what it used to be. No one matching this description. Oh, okay. Beardy guy. Fellow with dark hair, dark eyes. Darker complexion than me. I don't know. He said short bearded guy. Okay, so dark features. Full beard. Ah, I remember that poor man now. He came in with a swollen ankle. On his journey through the swamp, he must have contracted the plague. Oh no. His condition declined rapidly. I'm sorry to say in the end there wasn't much I could do except make him comfortable. You ate him. He's dead? What sort of sick house is this anyway? My condolences, really. If excuse me, I have to get back to what I can do for the living. At least tell me where his wife might collect his body. The nurse outside seems to be having trouble keeping track of them all. I'm sorry, that information is reserved for next of kin. Judging by your physique, I wouldn't say you are related to the deceased in the slightest. The doctor turns away from you to prepare vials of medicine, but returns to the old woman in the swamp with the bad news. Okay, so, journal. So the snake wants me to click the thing, tell the what, okay. Husband has passed away, and then we need to investigate bandit camp. Yeah, we've still got quite a bit to do. So yeah, we did one of those trap things. We're going to go trap a totem thingy. Except we don't have it equipped. Very wrong about that. But I got my moonlit thingy. Do not feel good about that at all. Cast the glowing globe into the ritual circle and watch as the wooden effigies suddenly lose coordination and knock their wooden limbs into each other. Take the opportunity to slip between their tall frames and snatch the mirror shard before their frenzied dance begins anew. Take it. Place of power, but to what extent? Ooh, hello. Rooted obelisk, skyward obelisk. Dawned obelisk, ornamented. It's gotta be needed for something. Do you have news of my husband? He should have been back from the sick house by now. You bow your head in condolence. I am sorry to say that your husband has passed away. The leech said he fell ill with the plague. Rather than grief, an expression of mild annoyance crosses the woman's face. Oh, what a nuisance. You don't seem that upset by the news. Well, he was getting on in years. It's bound to happen sooner or later. I just didn't think it would be from some measly plague, of all things. So where's the fool now? I'm not sure. The leech wouldn't tell me. But her assistant mentioned having to dispose of the dead out in the swamp. Ah, brimstone and bandersnatch. I know I'm already in your debt, sister, but can I ask for another favour? I suppose I've already stuck my foot in this mess. What is it? There's an old circle of power just west of here. It served me well in my younger years. I expect it's still got some juice left. I need you to dust it off and fire it up again. I'd go do it myself, but by the time I get there, my poor husband's body would already be reduced to worm farts. What am I to do with the circle? You knowledgeable lass. The engravings on the obelisks should explain the rest. Come on, I literally just saw that and went, oh, we're going to need that later. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that, stream? Didn't I say, oh look, we're going to need this? Circle of power. You brush off a blanket of thick moss and lichen from the ancient magical pattern carved into the app. The essence of power wakes at your touch, bringing slight warmth to your fingertips. 4 black stone obelisks surround the ritual spot. You'll need to scrape off more overgrown decay to read the runic lettering engraved on their surfaces. Southern obelisk asks for a collection of bodily fluids to breathe new life into an unliving vessel. Apothecary humans, okay? The western obelisk requires a source of undead animation. Necromantic charm? We'll have those recipes. The northern obelisk calls for proof of the dead. The afterlife is nothing if not bureaucratic. A death certificate from the leech would fit the bill. Okay. The eastern obelisk yearns for the tooth of a dragon. You haven't seen an evil dragon in years, but who knows what's out in the swamp. Right, well, Drake Fang, we need the milk. So, let's see what we need for the other things. Okay, so... Apothecary humours. What have we got? Blood, bug, ichor. We need more ichor. Swamp and graveyard, okay. Necromantic charm. Pumpkin jack bone. Oh, great. Which means we need another one of them. I know where the pumpkin jacks are. Okay. Right, we need to go, and before we can get a drake, we need the milk to make the thing. I'm guessing these are the bodies. So we need to go back to the leech. But let's go take the mirror shards and then pick up some other stuff on the way because we need to attack a pumpkin jack. That's in the fields and get some milk from a cow in the fields. Okay, Have you found any of the mirror shards? I wonder where they could be. Okay, you gingerly hand over the broken glass shards to the maiden. She's careful not to cut herself on the razor-sharp edges as she slots them into the mirror frame. The pieces click into place perfectly, and the surface of the mirror ripples like the water on a lake. The ripples calm, settling into the form of a pristine crystal mirror. She gazes into the mirror with awe. Look, it's as good as new. Oh! The maiden's reflection ripples and morphs into the visage of a handsome young man. My love, is that you? Overcome with joy, a fresh stream of tears rolls down her face. I can't believe my eyes. I don't understand what happened. Where are you? I'm imprisoned inside my own head. It's horrible here. You have to get me out. You went to the snake, didn't you? Why would you do something so stupid? Listen, my love, I have a confession to make. I'm not actually that good of a musician. What are you talking about? You were so beautiful upon your balcony, a bum like me would never get your attention, so I asked the snake to help me out a little. I thought I could protect myself from the snake's hypnotic gaze with this magic mirror. But then you went and broke the darn thing. I didn't break it, it slipped out of my hand. Wait, don't put this on me. How could you be so irresponsible? One problem at a time, children. We fixed the mirror, so I should be able to break the snake's spell now. Yeah, so you have no idea how unbearable it is being stuck in here. There's nothing but awful poetry and song lyrics that don't even rhyme. Please, Granny, take the mirror. I can hardly stand to look at this buffoon any longer. Babe, wait. Okay, cool. Confront the snake. I can do that. Again. Okay, hang on, inventory. Mirror. Reflect. Sudden dread grips the snake as you swing the shimmering mirror to meet his eyes. The mind-altering patterns of his gaze are reflected back to him. Slowly but steadily, the snake leans closer and closer to the surface of the mirror. Its forked tongue flicks against the glass and then disappears beyond it. It's so beautiful. Like a length of rope being pulled through an eyelet, the snake rushes forward and vanishes into his own reflection. Excellent. Well, that was easy. Easier than most, to be fair. The mirror jolts and bucks out of your hand, clattering to the ground. You stoop down, careful not to look too deeply. And we collected the soul of the snake. Excellent. Hidden in the reflection of the mirror's surface, you can faintly make out a tiny wriggling shape trapped just beyond the veil of this world. Soul of the snake. And everyone's free. Well, hopefully at least there. Oh god, he's there. Looks like the two of them work things out. Right, so we need milk, and we need pumpkin jack to do things. Oh, we need some more bug stuff from the swamp. Can't remember. Particularly gave bug ichor. Did the skeeters give bug ichor? Pumpkin jack bone. And then bug ichor. There's something about bandits. What was the one that was good against bandits? Oh, is it this down here? I'll grab 2 milk so that I don't, in case I need it later. Probably need some more water as well. Pumpkin jack. Oops, creepy fields over here. Ah, and the bandits. Right. There are far too many for me to just sneak by. I'll have to find a way to incapacitate them. Cool. Ah, sly old fox. How'd you manage to get your creaky bones past me grunts? Me mooks must be getting fat round the waist, so let you slip by so easily. Never too old to teach some young'uns that hands are better left out of people's pockets. Next time I catch one of your thugs rooting for gold, they'll have to recount their fingers. Ugh, eating free to nothing, are you? Well, let me be the first to welcome you to your merry camp. I suspect you didn't come just to scold us. What do you know about the ox that works in the southern fields? He told me his family might have come through this way. Oh, yeah, we know all about the ox. We also might have seen that family of his. But on the other hand, maybe we didn't. What's it to you? Listen up, you big lug. That information is just about the only thing stopping me from changing the whole lot of you into stinking chickens. Ah, alright, Granny, no need to get upset. We was just playing games, you know. Yeah, we seen that family, a boy and his mum, if I remember, always walking in that big ox's shadow, always looking afraid of him too. So you didn't kidnap them? Where are they now? Ah, you know, you remind me of dear old Ma. She didn't take no guff from no one either, nah. She used to bake the most delicious meat pies. I sure do miss her cooking. Me and the boys have been awful hungry lately. Thieving is hard work and crime doesn't always pay. See, do you know how to bake? I even got Ma's pet pie recipe right here. Who knows, on a full stomach I might even remember something about that missing family. Humble pie. Helping of crow. Okay, let's have a look. Roast beast. Oh, we probably need to do another one of those though. Witch's spice. Because we needed one of them for the drake. Okay. Dough. Great. Need milk. Wonderful. Well, it's a good thing we're down here. We have eggs. We should get some more milk. We should make some more bottles while we're here then. And a crow's foot in the fields. Okay, so what are we using for crows? Birds, I guess? I'm kind of okay trapping crows. Goblin didn't give us anything, so I don't feel so bad. Is that a chicken? Okay, so, journal, who are we tracking? So, craft a humble pie. Tap the obelisks. Well, we need pumpkin jack. Let's go back. Hang on, we need to go back. changing route. I don't know what we need them for, but right, hang on, inventory. Is that a crow? Okay, hang on. Oh, I just healed myself. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I'm kind of okay trapping crows. Got a crow's foot. Excellent. Should be able to make that humble pie. Where's the cow? Right, 2 jars of moo juice. I'm wondering whether the bandits didn't do nothing and the family ran away. Humble pie. Phew, I feel fun. I want pie in my tummy tum tum. Come on then, have a helping. The bandit plunges his hand into the pie, grabbing a fistful. He barks in delight as wet chunks of pie filling spatter out of his gob. Ah, delish. Just like our ma used to make. But something's different. Picks a small black feather from between his yellowed teeth. Is this crow? I figures you could do with a serving of humility. The gargantuan man's lips begin to quiver. Quick, wavery tears well up in his beady eyes. What's the matter, dearie? Are the spices too strong? No, I ain't the spices. It's just... He deteriorates into great shuddering sobs that shake the camp. Ma always said I was a bad seed, so I weren't good for nothing but eating and thieving. But all I really wanted to do was dance. I was going to make the greatest dance troupe the world had ever seen. Had name in mind and everything. Picking the leaping pockets. But... I ain't been doing nothing but teaking, always teaking. Oh, Ma was right, I'm a bad apple. Come on now, dry those eyes, you're not all that bad. He snorts a dangling glob of snot back into his nose. Ew. You really think so? You gently reassure him with another helping of pie. Of course not. Of course not, you're going to tell me all about the Ox's family. Aren't you? Oh, right, well, you see, we've been spying on that ox for years now. Every full moon he'd go out into his fields all by his lonesome. He'd howl at the sky. What was that he'd see? Oh, yeah. He'd yell, ah, ab, cra, ca, corn cob. And it always sounded like he got into an argument with someone. There was never anyone else there, except that creepy old scarecrow of his. Pat sniffling rogue on his stubbly cheek. That's a good lad. Maybe it's time to think about trading the daggers for dance shoes. He stuffs more handfuls of the crumbling pie between his blubbering lips. Yes, I'll do it. I'll dance. Great. Speak to the scarecrow. Just feel like I should get a pumpkin jack while I'm around. That's a changeling. I don't want to kill the changeling. I'm sorry. Gnome. Can check though. That was disgusting. I am not happy with that. It's a pheasant. Yeah, we don't know what the gnome we can do with the gnomes. It didn't say anything useful. Right, we got milk. What were we making? We were making this. Magic paste. Do we have a sacrifice? So that's for use against the drake. What else do we need? Oh, we need some bug ichor. And charm. The series simulacra of a human sways in the breeze. His lumpy face seems to leer down at you as if expecting something. Ah, abracaconcob? The figure creaks against his pole as his vegetative head twists to look at you. It takes a wheezing breath, expelling a moth from its mouth hole. Hello, yes, have you come to strike a deal with the great and magnanimous Harvest Master? Ugh, no thank you. I'm involved in quite too many dark contracts with supernatural beings already. Why then have you summoned me? Has the ox made a deal with you, perchance? The ox? Why, yes. Terrible trade, I say, but a deal is a deal. What sort of trade? Does it have to do with his missing family? Yes, he said he wanted to win pretty prizes, grow the best crops, said he would give up anything in the world. So he offered me his wife and son, and I'm not one to refuse a bargain like that. Where are they? What did you do with them? Don't worry, they're fine, but as long as I make the crops grow, they belong to me. And if the crops should fail, your deal would be broken? Ha! I am the greatest harvest master, my harvest will never fail. We'll see about that. We better take a closer look at these prize-winning plants. Inspect the crops, okay. Aha. Okay. These stalks don't look so steady to me. Good herbicide, also shrivel them right up. That'll teach the socks a lesson about proper agricultural practices. Need a sturdy enough vessel to hold the poison, though. Maybe I can convince that vegetail fella to give up his nice big watering can. So it's mostly just, you know. Quest chain. It's fine. It's a bit slower going. At least I've not died so much lately. Well, hello again. Find out anything about what that ox is up to? As a matter of fact, I have. It seems he traded his family to a turnip wizard or a field genie or some such nonsense. Ah, you must mean the Harvest Master. That explains a lot, actually. Bad business to get mixed up with that sort of fellow. The farmer nervously wipes his brow with the back of his leafy hand. He sort of looks like him, to be fair. Not that I would know anything about that myself. Listen, I don't have time to exchange farm gossip. I need to borrow your watering can over there. Ah, I'd be happy to lend it to you, but unfortunately I still need to grow my prize-winning vegetable. I glanced down at the fat head of cabbage bobbing gently against a blanket of big, swaddling leaves. You think you may have heard a faint giggle coming from deep within the fronds. Seems plenty big enough to me. Yeah, just you fate, my little baby is going to grow up to be a great big baby. It's going to be the belle of the ball at this year's festival. But if it were to, say, grow a little bit faster, I suppose I wouldn't need my watering can at all. I swear the farmer winks at you despite not being equipped with any eyes. Sigh, does nobody here grow produce in an honest way? Let me take a look at the little tyke. You look down at the fattest little cabbage you've ever seen, but if it gets your hands on that watering can, it could stand to be a little fatter. Growth potion, turkey, gizzard stone, jar of water. Okay, right, we need some water. Turkey, gizzard stone. I mean, that sounds... Growth potion, right, what do we got? Apothecary humours. Oh no! More bug things, right? Need to go find some buggy stuff then. Magic paste. Dragonfly wing, right? Okay. And plenty of petals, that's fine. Guessing we need some turkey stuff then. Is the gizzard stone anything other than what it seems to be? No. Okay, so I need lots of bug thingies so I can make 2 lots of this. But enough blood, but I need a lot of bug. A lot of bug ichor. And then I need the dragonfly wing, which that's fine, it's in the swamp. Do need to collect water. There was a watery thing somewhere. I'm sure. Oh, I should probably craft a few more jars. There we go. They're so cute. Ah, the turkeys. Clay jars need clay. And embers. Aha, right. Ew. The gizzard's all empty. That's disgusting. Right, well we got a gizzard stone. Okay, so now we need to go back and get bug ichor and dragonfly wings. Probably don't want the apiary though. I need to go back to the swamp. Don't need whatever the gnomes have yet, so we don't have a thingy for it. Sorry, not really talking very much. Just tired. Hopefully that's okay. I don't know whether I'll do more of this on stream. I feel like it's gonna need like two rings obtained. Excellent. Well, I'll go and hunt a drake. Dozing like a puppy. I just snagged a tooth. Okay, so what do we make? Necro-chan. Still need bug snacks. Oh, hang on, we got so the answer is that gives us dragonflies is what we need. Dragonflies is the answer to life, the universe, and not everything else, but certainly how we get bug ichor. Drake Fang. Don't have a death certificate. Oh, actually, we could probably create at least one of those ichor things. And we just need 3 more bug ichors, because we need it for that. But we also need... Magic paste. Right. So we've got most of the growth potion. That needs a death certificate, we don't have that. That needs apothecary humors. Excellent. Yuck. I should have read the stuff out, but hey, I forgot. So now we just need to attract some dragonflies. Just enough. Growth potion. Excellent. Let's go and talk. Right, so we've collected all those things to the vegetal father, but now let's flip back to the leech. So we need to get the death certificates. Because if we need to go back and forth for ingredients, it's like, we're close to this thing, so let's do that. So multiple quests on the go is always a good thing, provided you can manage stuff. The shadowy doctor prowls amongst them. Okay, not a step closer. Who knows what disgusting maladies you might be carrying. Yes, I'm a pox-ridden wretch. I know, but I need a death certificate from you. Specifically of the short-bearded man we spoke about. His wife is in no condition to roll her chair through the swamp, so she's asked me to collect it for you. For her. You don't simply give out death certificates to anyone claiming to be someone's aunt, grandmother, or friend. It's a legitimate operation. She turns her back to you and rummages through a nearby medicinal closet. Now, where has that serum got to? Don't tell me we're already out. What's the matter? Out of stock? It's a shame you don't have the time to go out yourself. She tenses at your continued presence. What are you getting at? Medicine for that death certificate. I think that's a fair trade, don't you? You would barter when people's lives are on the line. Fine, you'll have your paperwork, you filthy degenerate. Clearly too angry to speak with you, she shoves a list of required medicinal supplies into your hands. Okay. Right, well, we have those. Stuff the poultice into a cabinet. We just need to go and get some mosquitoes. Wings with a surprisingly delicate touch. Okay, we can go back and get mosquitoes, that's fine. We have the smoky thing. We're going to make ourselves some more potion though. No. Inventory. So let's go get mosquitoes. I don't like them, but maybe we can capture like 2 with the same thing. You have to use 1. Yes, there we go. Right. Probably what we'll do is finish this quest, try and finish the other quest, and leave the stream at that. Mosquito snoots, okay. The leech inspects the barn while placing carefully into a rubber line container. Okay. I've run your errands, now I really must insist on that death certificate. There's no need to get picky, I have your papers right here. The leech extends her moist arm and thrusts a poorly written note into your hands. You shake the mucus from the paper and try to decipher the loopy, illegible scribbles. You're not even sure that the leech spelled the poor man's name right, but you suppose it's better than nothing. Fab. Next time I need a doctor's note, I'm better up forging the signature myself. Okay, right, that's fine, but we have the certificate, so we can go and summon a zombie, or whatever we're doing. I'm getting hungry and my things smell amazing. What I might do is have a little jockey bar there. Okay, death certificates. Humid swap is the air pick death certificate, soft and damp. As you drop into the bowl, it decomposes before your eyes until nothing is left. With the final offering accepted, the obelisks surrounding the circle began to hum. You can hear strange melody playing through their discordant tones. Carvings on the ground burn with renewed energy, driving away the undergrowth. You're quick to step away as you feel a vacuous force pull at the circle's centre. Suppose that's done the trick. Let's see what the writing has to say for itself now. Rotate your head to read the glowing letters on the edge of the circle. Place the vessel of the deceased, yada yada yada, recite the evocation of necrodermis, blah blah blah. Apply the canopic ointment, right. Seems straightforward enough. All I need to go now is to fetch the body of that poor husband. Should be here in the swamp somewhere. Okay. And there's a bunch of bodies coming out of the earth up here. Okay. Must be the nurse has been dumping the surplus of corpses. There's a stinking body. Ah, particularly bloated fly land on a rotten hand poking out of the muck. Disgusting proboscis probes at the withered flesh. Frog King. Two globular red eyes slowly unglue themselves and swirl to boggle at the insect. Huge slime-covered tongue lashes out and pulls the hapless fly into a gaping, toothless maw along with most of the sunken corpse. Well, I suppose that explains where my misplaced man went. Cool. Hi. Can it be? Has a lovely young morsel wandered its way into my palace? To call this filthy bog a palace? He throws his head back, shaking the swamp with babbling laughter. Small frogs and newts scurry out of the way to avoid being crushed by his enormous bulk. Ha ha ha, wouldn't you? The place is a veritable bounty of insects, and my subjects have such healthy appetites, so they will all grow big and strong. I'd eat you too, but that head of yours looks much too hard. Prefer my food to be nice and tender. Look, you wouldn't perchance have seen an old man pass through here, have you? About yay high, full beard, deadish. Frog taps his fingers against the log, grinning an impossibly large grin. Oh yes, I do believe I've seen the chap. He had such a delectable aroma, and full off the bone ribs. But I'm sorry to say that once something goes down the hatch, it never sees the light of day again. We'll see about that. I'm sure he can come up with some just desserts for you. The frog rolls his eyes around and as if daring you to try something. Digestive tablets. Okay, cool. Well, we have those. As long as we've got enough thingy to make them. Excellent. Eye of Newt and something or others. Goblin snot. Great. Well, we have that. You wrap a juicy looking grub around the medicinal tablets and offer it up to the Frog King. Your Majesty, I really must find the whereabouts of that gentleman. Perhaps a small tribute will persuade you to loosen your tongue. The frog gulps down the tantalizing meal without a thought. Ah, a delectable gift. Thank you, my pretty. Now, I already told you where... His nostrils flare for a moment, and he sneezes, sending specks of wet mucus flying. The frog's throat suddenly expands, filling with gas. The belch that erupts from his lips resonates so loudly, the entire swamp ceases its buzzing. You avert your eyes, but the noise and smell of the frog's explosive eruption almost knock you off your feet. Great Glinda's ghost, what a stench. The frog wobbles on its legs, looking thoroughly emptied. He teeters before rolling his huge body back into the swamp with a thunderous splash. You spot the slippery body of the husband floating in the bog water. Luckily, he seems to be missing some bits and pieces, so he should fold up quite nicely. With some snapping and squeezing, you manage to get him down to a transportable size. Stuff him in your satchel. You now have a corpse. And ping. Food's done. Well, it'll sit there for a while anyway, that's fine, but I will round up in the next sort of like 20 minutes. Circle of Power is ready and waiting for its necromantic purpose. Cool. Actually, what I'm going to do is very quickly nip and get some chocolate. I'll be right back. One. Place the corpse in the circle. I'll get on with that. I'm all day. The gasp of stale air. The body drops to the ground. Suddenly it bolts upright. Ugh. Well, hello there. Caused me a lot of trouble. You know that? The reanimated corpse claws at his throat. Oh, sorry. Wait a moment. Near your feet, you see a disembodied tongue flopping about on the ground like a worm. You scoop it up and quickly toss it into the man's gaping mouth. Blah! He removes his jaw. His lurching voice seems to emanate from someplace beyond. Murderer! What? I am not. You were quite dead when I found you. No, leech! Murdered! Me! He clutches at his hollow chest as if trying to feel his heart beating. Gave me plague! Drained my blood! Leech murdered others. He swings a limp arm towards the body-filled bog. I knew there was something awful stink about that sick house. What sort of doctor infects her own patients? Check her office. Find proof. Don't you worry. I'll make sure that parasite gets what's coming to her. We should head back home. Your wife is worried half to death about you. He turns and looks longingly over his shoulder. You can hear his vertebrae popping. Yes, I late. As he shambles into the choking mist, he gives you a crooked nod of thanks. Excellent. Right, let's go back and search the office. Because I imagine we'll need something. We may not have all the ingredients. I'm not sure whether we've got time to poison the crops either. We'll have a look. While the leech is busy with her patients, you riffle through the contents of the various cabinets in her office. Mostly dried herbs and potions, nothing seems out of the ordinary. That is until you notice a suspicious-looking case set against the wall. The books are all fake, just chopped down spines glued to a solid plank. Your fingers race across the medicinal titles and quickly find a loose volume. With a click of a switch, the whole bookcase swings open to reveal a secret compartment. Your heart jumps at the sight. Racks upon racks of bottled blood are arranged like fine wines. Each vessel meticulously catalogues the name, description, and age of its source. Looks like that thirsty slug's been sapping the living for years. On a nearby table you spy a decanter half filled with red liquid. You wonder whose blood it contains. A dash of salt to remedy that slimy worm there that's worse things out there than bloodsuckers. Okay, salt the wine. Okay. Oh, I need spirit salts. You sprinkle a generous amount of embalming salts collected from the graves of the leech's victims into the decanter. As the salt dissolves into the bloody cocktail, you hear this telltale squelching of the good doctor's approach. What are you doing? Can't you see that this is my private office? I already helped you enough, so there's no reason you ought to be here. She hastily shuffles you out of the room. Now get out. This place is only for the sick. You're certainly right about that. You walk just out of sight before doubling back to hide behind a withered get-well bouquet. You peer at the vexed leech as she shivers around her office, checking every cabinet and locker for tampering. She mutters something expletive about nosy old women. Satisfied, she sighs with relief and reaches to pour herself a glass from the tainted decanter. Ah, that addiction of black fever adds a certain nutty quality. Maybe it'll pair well with an infusion of peat moss palsy in the next batch. She takes a sip, waiting just a moment before throwing her head back and guzzling it all down. Lovely, sharp flavour, full body too. Suddenly, the leech snaps to attention. Her limbs dart out, writhing with uncontrollable gestures. She stabilizes herself against the table as sweat pools on her brow. The decanter shatters against the floor in an explosion of glass. What's happening? The leech spasms as the tendrils of ghostly spirits begin to suck the moisture from her body. You watch as she dwindles in size, shrinking like some horrible raisin. You inspect the mummified worm, pressing it between your fingers lightly. Drained by the very spirit she was supposed to be healing. In your fingertips you make out the faintest of heartbeats, the soul of the leech. Excellent. I don't believe this was happening right under my nose the whole time. Well, maybe you can actually heal people. You should have suspected with all the bodies. Bodies. Come on, peoples. Right, so I really want to do that. So, therefore, we should have all of these things. We'll just have to nip back to fields. At least we're vaguely remembering where things are. She says, where's the pathway? We only played a couple of hours just to do the first quest and get an idea of the game. We got some information on the Ox and stuff, met some people, but this time we've made a good, solid thing. Okay, growth potion. Turkey gizzard stone. Lends potential potent nutrients, and some water. Spritz it with flash water. The budding plant changes to bright purple, then blue, then yellow, and suddenly goes rigid and shrinks to the size of a marble. The farmer gasps in horror as his precious baby disappears back into the earth. He turns to you, shoulders stiff and pitchfork in hand. He takes one step in your direction, but stops abruptly when a tremor shakes the ground. You look to your feet and watch deep cracks split the earth. Hold on to your hat. This one's going to be big. You hear a booming giggle echo from deep in the earth. The vegetable farmer falls to his knees, clutching his hat to his chest. An explosion of leafy greens and flying earth, the bouncing head of an enormous cabbage erupts into the fields. The farmer reaches out to it shakily. My little baby. Papa? The farmer scrabbles towards the big bumbling cabbage with open arms. My beautiful baby, look at how big you've grown. See, with a little love and help from your friends, you're sure to win first prize after all. I don't even care about that silly thing anymore. Just look at how handsome my baby is. The two embrace, laughing and crying. I guess you won't be needing that watering can anymore. Please help yourselves. You've helped me more than enough. It'll take some work to break through the Scarecrow's magical boon, but you're confident in your mastery of poisons. Poison of Blight, Weird Water, Pumpkin Oh, another one. Okay. Right. Okay, what have we got? Potion of Blight. Oh, we need Newt's Eyes. Of course we need Newt's Eyes, damn it. And another Pumpkin Jack trap. Weird Water. Let's do that already. Okay. Newt's Eyes. We should have picked up some newts. But, you know. Don't like to destroy too much nature. Don't need excessive, you know. Don't need excessive things, you know. Trying not to be rude with my nature. Where is the... Go. So, yeah, last one, and then we will get to find out the end of the story bit for the maiden, and then start on the next chunk of it. So, catfish, etc., etc. Look at the little baby, he's so cute. Hold your breath. You find a hefty stick to mix all the ingredients together in water and can. You'll know your work is done when the stick devolves into mush in your hands. Take it. The can is ready. Whether the ox is props. Hey, I thought I told you to beat it. He raises his hand, brandishes it at you menacingly. That will teach you to sell your family. You watch the sickness spreading up the stalks to the very tips of the tallest leaves. Vivid greens turn to diseased browns as the crops bend and droop. No, what is happening? Harvest Master, we had a deal. You promised my crops would never fail. Dreadfully sorry. Looks like my magic is broken. Not my fault. The ox throws himself to the ground, desperately raking the soil with his fingers. Wait! Let's make a new deal. Please, please. I sacrificed too much for this. A new deal? What is your offer? Anything you want. Just bring my precious crops back to me. Anything, This is acceptable. Worm-like roots suddenly wrap around the ox's feet and begin dragging him into the soil. Wait! I didn't mean... Cool. The dust settles over the spot where the ox once stood as if nothing had happened. Though the soil looks barren and diseased, a small sprouty leafy green catches your eye. Excellent. Let's go collect his soul. Where the ox once stood, a green tendril has pushed its way through the earth. You watch a delicate blossom unfurl, revealing a stubborn, hard-shelled something or other. Hard-shelled seed, the soul of the ox. Excellent. Now, souls of the bear, leech, snake, and ox jostling your satchel with fearful energies. That's that then. I better get these back home to the goat before he ransacks the rest of the place. Right. Well, we have in here a go-home seed. So let's use the go-home seed. Time to go home. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Back home. So that'll die, and I'd rather not die and lose my staffs. Okay, so journal-wise, we now need to return to the goat in the shrine. And then we will get our next lot of stuff, but hey, we'll finish this bit. Which will be a good place to end the stream, and then I will decide whether I'm gonna do some more on my own, and then do some, I don't know, we'll see. The ghost oh, yeah. Sorry, there's a bug flying around in my face. The goat rears its head at the sight of you, its hooves pound the ground excitedly. Most excellent! I can sense the presence of spirits about you. You must have captured the souls I have asked for. No small task, I can tell you that. Just what do you plan on doing with them? Oh, this and that. Nothing you must concern yourself with. What's important is that you are one step closer to fulfilling your contract with me. Just go ahead and place them in the shrine there. I'll take care of the rest. The goat shakes his head towards a carved relief at the back of the room, grinning in a horrible way that no goat ever should. You approach the shrine and open your satchel. Stuffed bear. As you bring the stuffed bear close to the carved stone relief in the wall, it spontaneously bursts into flames in your hands, burning away until only a harsh red stone remains. The stone zips out of your grasp and straight into a socket on the wall, buzzing like some angry insect. You are buffeted by flashes of the bear's wrath, drunk and roaring, carrying bodies, splintered wood, the smell of honey. As with the first, the mummified husk of the leech turns to ash as you bring it close to the wall, leaving only a glowing orb in its place. Images of the leech slither into your mind, the prick of a needle, the drip, drip, drip of draining fluid, soothing words, restless sleep. prismatic colours flash through your head. The thought of the snake, secrets lapped up by a forked tongue, whispers beneath the sound of festivities. The ox brings with him the overbearing heat of the midday sun, the salty tang of sweat in the soil, suffering, sacrifice, solitude. No, there's like 8 more I need to get. You step away from the shrine and its smouldering stones, your burden suddenly feel much lighter. Beside you, the sleeping maiden stirs in her slumber but does not wake. Now then, you've had a very long day, why don't you get some rest? Tomorrow we shall pick up bright and early. Yes, I am quite tired. Ah, good morning, my swamp lily. I trust you slept well, like the dead. You stretch out your back, making a sound like snapping twigs. Well, no time to dilly-dally. I sense the next 4 souls on our list. Ah, we're doing them in fours, apparently. You must travel east out of the forest towards civilization. Ugh, I hate crowds. Well, it can't be helped. You must seek out those souls in the village, the market, the docks, and the graveyard. Graveyard might at least be a reprise from the chattering townsfolk. All right, goat. I'll bring you your souls. You seem much more reasonable today. Have a change of heart, perchance? If these next 4 are anything like the last, they'll get what's coming to them. I'm glad we have reached an understanding. Okay. The cat in the market, the rat in the graveyard, the fish in the docks, the ram in the village. Go into darkness and have a look what's unlocked. Ah, so I have to figure out how to get to said places. I'm guessing the troll. Okay, so I'm going to exit here. It auto-saves anyway. So I'm guessing we go past the troll there. We're going to end here. I'll be back tomorrow with some Dreamfall chapters. Ima is on. What's Ima doing? And how long have they been on? 4 hours. Are they still going? Well, we may as well send people over anyway. Okay, raid button. Raid. So, we're going to go say hi to Ima. Thanks everyone for being here today. It's been cool. Sorry about all the interruptions and everything. But hey. We still was productive in quests. So yeah, I've been Joe, otherwise known as Agents K. Let's go say hi to Anna.